Okay, so today I'm continuing on problem sheet 6 that we got to finish yesterday. I left off on, I just finished question 3. Yeah, so we'll get started on question 4. Yeah, I did finish 3. Okay. I think so anyway. Let me double check. I want to be sure Part 3, yeah. Okay. So this is still problem sheet 6. And we're starting on question 4, part 1. Okay. Calculate the following higher order derivatives. And now this is a bit different. We see here d4 and dx4. So my first question is, what does that mean? Let me note it down. dx4. And then that's 5x to the power of the 5th plus 2. Okay. Actually, let me get another pen. I need a pen with different colors. I'm still working out how to, I don't know, get like a little virtual whiteboard going. We'll just work it along for now. So honestly, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick screenshot. I hope that didn't end the video. It didn't. Happy days. I'm just going to slap that in here. I'm using Microsoft Copilot for this. ChatGPT has a limited number of prompts you can send in. So differentiate 4 times. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay. If it's just that, I think I can do this. Let me just check. 2. 5x5 plus 2. 25x4. 5x5 plus 2. 103. What? 600x. Okay. I'm gonna ask it to explain. Just because when you start an album, you have to know what it means from the start. There's no point going in thinking you know what it means and then being surprised. First derivative is power rule. Comes out 25x. Okay. So it is just working its way down. Shortcut is notice that each differentiation multiplies by the current power and reduces the power by 1. Okay. So let's go back. So we're working from whatever I have in here. That's how many times I'm taking it down, I assume. So 5x5 plus 2, if we differentiate that, so then it's going to come to d3, I assume, dx4, d3 over dx4, and that's going to be 25x. Just, should be. Or sorry, no, 25x to the power of 4. The 2 is gone. And then d2 over dx2 is going to be 100x3, and then d1, or just d, and then over dx is going to be 300x. However, or 300x squared. However, I think I remember it being, do I just have to keep going until, let me double check what I said. So I've differentiated that 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, I've only differentiated it 3 times. So let me scroll back up. Yes, even though it's, so this is D3, D2, D1, D, I assume. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. 300x squared goes to 600x. And that's going to be our answer. Let's try the next one without that. I'm still going to be using my notes from the previous one. Actually, hang on. Let me check if I have a logbook anywhere. Okay, so I have just found one that's online. So I'm going to use this instead. I'm just going to come down to my calculus section. Geometry, coordinate geometry, algebra, M6 logarithms. No. Calculus, okay. This should have all the rules and everything I need. So I should be able to, I'm going to try work this out. Honestly, this here is very handy. Okay, so I'm going to come back to, so I'm just going to X out of this here. I'm going to come back here. Let's see what I have. Question 4, part 2. Okay, and that's d3 over dx3, and then I've got bracket sine bracket 3x closed plus cos bracket 3x closed. Okay, so I have to differentiate this 3 times. So I'm going to come in here. For sine x, it goes to cos x. And then from cos x, negative sine x. Oh, okay. What do I do when I have a negative? Because what? First one is sine 3x. And that goes to cos x. That's the first one. And then my second one is going to be cos x to minus sine x. What do I do then? Am I back to, do I have a negative cos x then? Ooh, okay. This is interesting. So my immediate thought is, well look, I'll do the first order derivative, which is sine x, which goes to cos x. Then I've got, instead of sine 3x, I've got cos 3x. It's going to be plus, and then I've cos 3x to work with. Cos x goes to minus sine x, so it's going to be plus minus sine 3x. And I am going to jump in and check what this says, because I'm not sure what to do with the negative sine x. Do I just ignore the sign and keep working? Okay, here we are. Question 2. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay. First derivative. Where? Oh. Okay, hang on. Why is it putting the x? Why am I getting anything in front of this? I have sine 3x, now I have 3 cos 3x. I just had cos 3x and minus sine 3x. I don't have this in here. So I assume then I just multiply, kind of like power rule, I suppose. It ends up to 27. So first bring the 3 here. Or well, yeah, first one I bring the 3 in front. Second one, 9 times 3. And it looks like, well, sine cos goes to cos negative sine. And then I think he's swapped these around here. First derivative goes to this. Second derivative, cos goes to minus sine. Minus sine goes to minus cos. And then he's multiplying 3 by 3 to get his 9. And then 3 nines is 27, I suppose. And he's saying that minus sine goes to minus cos. And minus cos is going to plus sine. I've got minus cos goes to minus sine. Minus sine and minus is plus. Okay. So yeah, obviously I feel like this should have it in here that you have to do that. I think it's a bit annoying that they don't. It doesn't tell you that, but what can you do? What can you do? I'm going to ask it to explain part 2 as well, to make sure I'm not missing anything. Explain Q2. Honestly, I think I'd be very impressed if I really got away with this. Obviously, I'd really like to. I have to pass my exams, but I think this is kind of like a good experiment to see just how much you can learn. I'd like to say on my own, but well, I am on my own, but I'm using, you know, the AI agents to help. But you know, just how much time do you really need? Already this probably should have taken me longer than it's supposed to take me. I need to get through 2 of these a day, so I'm spending far too long on each question, but I suppose that's how you learn. Anyway. Okay. QID is chain rule. Okay. Chain rule. Yeah, complete gibberish to me. Complete gibberish. You know, I hate how they write these. I get so confused. Okay. Fx equals u vx. I don't have that. I suppose it's 1 sine x, and that's giving me du dv dvx. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Okay, come on then, explain it. Explain it, Copilot. I'm not seeing the chain rule. I don't see it. Okay, like I can see how it comes to 27. I don't like how it mentions the chain rule, and I'm not sure how it came up with the chain rule. I lost my little wheel on the side. Don't tell me I can't scroll. Here we are. It's over here. I don't like that how it disappears here after I go down past the chat bar. Anyway. Recommended questions. Can you show this using Euler's formula? That's a little bit above my pay grade, I think. Okay, you know what? What if I just ignore the chain rule and just do it the way it looks like it makes sense? You know, do it like, what if I get a question asking me to use the chain rule? Just fuck it. I just ignore it. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. Chain rule here. Okay. Where's he getting his du dv? U over v times v over x. Like, what are you subbing in there? What are you subbing in there? Okay. Let's look at it. Okay, so sine 3x. Okay, so this goes to 3 cos 3x. Okay. So sine 3x goes to 3 cos 3x plus, and then I have cos 3x. So cos 3x goes to minus, okay, so I'll get rid of that plus actually, minus 3 sine 3x. Okay. That's the first one. I have to differentiate this 3 times. So that's the first. I'm actually just going to write down first instead of whatever else. And then for my second one, okay, now I have 3 cos 3x. It's going to go to minus, and then 3 by 3 is 9, minus 9 sine 3x. And then I have minus sine, so I think we just write this down as sine. So it's going to be minus, and that's going to be 9. Does minus sine go to sine? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, minus sine. Surely that's just cos. Yeah, it has to be cos. I just forget about the negative for now and just pretend it's this. I'll leave the minus sign there. So sine x goes to cos x. So it's going to be minus 9 cos 3x. That's going to be our second. And I have to do one more. So it's going to be our third. And then I have minus 9 sine 3x. Since I've sine, this goes to cos. So 9 threes is 27. It's going to be minus 27 sine 3x. And then I have cos, which goes to minus sine. I have minus 9 cos 3x. So this is going to minus sine. So it'll be minus, and then minus sine again. So it's going to turn into plus. So plus 27 sine 3x. This is funny, I ended up with both of them being sine. And I started with the cos and a sine. Started with cos and sine. It's probably a sine, it's probably a cos. This again, how did I end up with cos, sine, sine? So cos, sine. Oh, hang on. If I got minus sine, oh, that's supposed to be cos. It's supposed to be minus 27 cos 3x in the first part for the third order. Sine, cos, sine, cos. Yeah. They shouldn't. I was looking at it, I was like, how are they both sine? This doesn't make sense. Let's double check. A little cursor here. Third derivative. So 27. Okay, what? No, I got it wrong. It's supposed to be sine cos. I'm gonna have a look at this now. First derivative. 3 cos 3x minus sine 3x. Okay, got that. Second derivative. For 3 cos 3x, it goes to 3 by this So minus 9 sine 3x. That's what I had. Okay. I also had minus 9 cos 3x. Minus 9 cos 3x. Okay. Just saying so. Okay, third derivative. (27 cos 3x) plus 27 sine 3x. So I've lost my fucking cursor again. Minus 9 sine, minus 9 cos. For sine, it goes to minus 27 cos 3x. For cos, it goes to 27 sine 3x. Therefore, oh, okay. It gets a little bit more complicated here. Okay. 27 sine 3x. This is what I had. I got into... I have... Oh, okay. I had minus 27 cos 3x plus 27 sine 3x. He just has them a different way around. I can write mine that way as well. And it's asking me to factor out 27. I hate this. Factor out 27. Why am I factoring out 27? Oh, okay. 27 times that, that's the same thing. Okay, yeah. I was right. I was right. I don't know why. So here I could have just... Okay, no. I feel like I had to take the steps. I was right. I just had them the other way around. I had minus 27 cos 3x plus 27 sine 3x, which is the exact same as 27 sine 3x minus 27 cos 3x. I just... that one slipped by me a little bit. Okay, let's go back to our problem sheet. Let's see what part 3 is all about. So, first page, problem sheet 6, question 4, part 3. So, d4 over dx4. That means I have to differentiate this 4 times. So, e to the power of negative x plus x to the power of 4 plus 2x cubed. Okay. With the e, I remember this, like, honestly, it kind of just stays the same. So, what was the rule when I have a negative x? I feel like it's the same as... I think it's the same as this. I just go 1 over x. It's the same as x to the minus 1. Let's double check. Yeah, 1 over x is the same as x to the power of minus 1. So... Oh, but it's not. We're not doing that. It's e to the power of minus x. Where are my notes? Okay, this is chain rule, is it? Yeah, this is... Okay, but this is the chain rule, but... You see, this is my problem with the Fortman tables book. It's saying that, well, like in my previous notes, I have, you know, something similar here. Actually, I have it here. What? I think this was question 3, or question 1, part 3. Yeah, I had 6e to the power of 4x, and I used the chain rule here. And like, I don't see how it subs in. You know, this complicates things for me. Like here, that subs in. Like I have, or well, I can see this here. You know, like 6e 4x, that pops in there perfectly. But you know, I feel like it just isn't very clear. That's just my opinion on it. But look, we move. So with that one, I did ex equals ex. I've written for some reason e to the power of 4x equals 4e to the power of 4x. So the e just stays there. So I guess it's kind of like the power rule, maybe, or whatever. Don't have to, whatever it's called. Let's see, what am I on? Question 4, part 3. So e to the power of minus x. So minus, I guess I could call that minus 1x. Make things a bit easier on myself. So, to my understanding, it's going to be, that shouldn't change at all, I don't think. I feel like that's just going to be minus e to the power of minus x. And then minus by minus makes a plus. Well, I'm doing this 4 times. So go negative, it'll go positive, it'll go negative, it'll go positive on the 4th one. So honestly, I think this will stay the same. Yeah, I think this just stays the exact same. So look, we'll work with it anyway. So for the first one, I'm gonna try it out instead of asking for help. I'm gonna try it myself first. This is gonna be minus 1e to the power of minus 1x. It's gonna be plus, well, we've got 4 there, so 4x to the power of 3 plus 3 2 is 6 x to the power of 2. That's our first order derivative. Now we're going on to our second. And then I've got minus 1e to the power of minus 1x. So minus 1 times minus 1 is going to be just 1e to the power of minus 1x plus 4 12x to the power of 2 plus 6 and 6 is 12x. Okay, now third order. Okay, so this is gonna get messy because I've left with x to the power of 1 there, so those, honestly, I think it's just gonna be, I feel like this, since this is 4, this is 3, I feel like I'm just gonna end up getting rid of these and I'm gonna be left just with this. Just with my e to the power of minus x. But look, we'll work it out. So third order, this goes back to minus 1e to the power of minus 1x plus 24x, and then that's just going to be left as 12, it should be, plus 12. Okay, now on my fourth, it's going to be 1e to the power of minus 1x plus 24. That's my final answer. So let's see how we did. Spelling question 2. let's explain question 1. Let's see. E minus x plus 24. Yeah, that's exactly what I got. Okay. That's perfect. So, I'm obviously learning something. Okay. So that's going to be question 4. I might just end it here, and I'll start a fresh one for question 5. Will I work through it? How long is question 5? Okay, question 5 is a big one. I'm going to leave it here and post question 5 later.